Hello? Oh, hi, Doreen. How's everything going in Germany? Oh, that's great to hear. Yeah, everything is going great here. I'm just buzzing today. Man, I'm really buzzing right now. Yeah, it's because I drank a copious amount of coffee. I've just been guzzling coffee all day. Yeah, I just consumed a copious amount of coffee today. That's why I'm buzzing. But, oh, hey, Doreen, I just see you spying on me in the video. Better hang up and let you spy on me in peace. Hey, guys, how's it going? Welcome to beautiful British Columbia, Canada here. I'm buzzing. Do you know what buzzing means? If you're buzzing, that means your body is experiencing the effects of some substance. Okay, so the substance today that I consumed was coffee, right? And in coffee, there's a lot of caffeine, right? So if you drink a lot of coffee, the caffeine kind of goes to your brain. And you can say, wow, I'm buzzing. I'm really buzzing right now. You know, that feeling, right? Where the caffeine goes to your brain. Well, you can also use this word buzzing with any other kind of substance, right? It could be alcohol. You could say, yeah, I just slammed back slammed back a few beers, and now I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing pretty good right now. Okay, so in that case, it would be the alcohol from the beer that is going to your brain, kind of just like giving you that feeling, right? Of kind of just like, you know, that feeling, right? Anything could do it, right? Sugar. If you eat a lot of sugar or drink a really sugary drink, you know, or even for some people, if you eat like a ripe banana. For me, if I would eat like, you know, some sweet fruit or something, you know, it kind of, the sugar goes to your brain. And you could say, wow, I'm really buzzing. That just feeling of zzz, you know. So yeah, that's the word buzzing. And what about copious? Do you know what the word copious means? Copious means a lot of something, right? A large amount, right? So I told Doreen, I just drank a copious amount of coffee. Okay, that means a lot of coffee. Today I consumed 75 cups of coffee. So I am just buzzing right now, right? The caffeine went to my brain and I'm buzzing. Okay, so I drank a copious amount of coffee, right? Just a lot of something, right? So we can use this word, you know, to describe anything in large quantities. Now, very often you'll hear this word copious with the word amount. Okay, so a copious amount. So I said I drank a copious amount of coffee. So, you know, sometimes in English there are certain words that almost always appear with other words, like I mean with one other word, like in this case copious, it very often appears with the word amount. Okay, so a copious amount. Look at this grass here. Okay, man, there's a copious amount of grass here. There's just grass everywhere. Look at that, they just mowed it. I think they just mowed the lawn, mowed the grass. So got some dead grass here. So yeah, there's a copious amount of grass. You know, you could say anything, a tree. Wow, there's a copious amount of leaves on this tree, or this tree has copious leaves, right? So you don't need the word amount. You know, you could use it without. Like, for example, let's say you're a student and you're sitting in class and you're taking notes. A lot of notes, right? I remember back in my high school, we, you know, the teacher would put one of those, what were they called? Overhead. It was like an overhead projector, right? And would just put a slide. Were they called slides? I can't remember. And then they would like project onto the screen, and then we would have to just copy notes. We just copied so many notes, it was kind of stupid. Yeah, those teachers weren't great. But anyway, I remember just taking so many notes, right? So I could say I took copious notes. Okay, I took copious notes every day in class. You could say that. I was sitting in class for my medical studies, and I just took copious notes. Or you could say a copious amount of notes. Right? The teacher made us take a copious amount of notes. Okay, so there's just different ways you can say this, but it means the same thing. It means a lot of something. Okay, so if you drink a copious amount of anything, if you're thirsty, maybe you should drink a copious amount of water, right? Or if, you know, I don't know, you think of an example, guys. Think about an example with the word copious and post it down there in the comments. I want to read it. So like I said, there's copious, there can be copious anything, you know, but usually, I mean, this word means if it's like more than normal. We would use it in a situation if it was like more than normal of something. Like, let's say normally I drink 1 cup of coffee a day. But let's say one day I drink like 10 cups of coffee. Or then I could say I drank a copious amount of coffee, right? Or I ate a copious amount of pudding. Hey, do you like pudding? I haven't had pudding in... That's one dessert. I haven't had a lot of pudding for a long time. Pudding is like that, you know, it's kind of like Jello, right? Jello is like clear it's like I think, what is pudding? What is a pudding? Is a pudding milk based? A pudding, I don't know what a pudding is. You know, in the UK, I think they call a pudding, I think the word pudding can mean a dessert. I think if they say we're gonna have a pudding, that means I think that means we're gonna have a dessert. I'm not sure. So there's different kinds of pudding. You can buy pudding in the store. You can buy some pudding mix, like vanilla pudding or chocolate pudding. It's just kind of like a runny, like a dessert soup. Does that make sense? I don't know. But anyway, why was I saying pudding? Oh yeah, you could say I ate a copious amount of pudding today, or I ate a copious amount of cake, or a copious amount of steak. You know, went over to my friend's house, we had a barbecue. He had steaks galore. I just ate steak after steak after steak. Okay, so I ate a copious amount of steak. Right now, the word galore means a lot of something, right? So this kind of, there are very often in English, the different words that kind of mean, you know, the same thing. I could have told Doreen, I could have said, hey, I drank coffee galore today. I could say that, but in this situation, it would be better to say I drank a copious amount of coffee. That's why I'm buzzing. Okay, so there are 2 new words for you guys. Hope those are new for you. Hope you learned something. Smash like if you learned at least 1 new word, but hopefully you learned 2 new words. That's just your quick tip for today, those 2 words. You know, vocabulary, guys. The reason I make so many vocabulary videos... Here, guys, skateboarding over there. The reason I make so many vocabulary videos is because vocabulary is like the building blocks of the language, right? If you don't know any words, well, you know, how can you speak English, right? So sometimes people think like grammar is the most important, or they feel like they need to improve their grammar. You know what? Grammar is not the most important. The most important thing is vocabulary. Because even if your grammar is wrong, you need words to communicate to people, right? You know, I've experienced this a lot when I travel. If I know 1 word, right? Even 1 word can really help. And 1 word, that's not grammar. That's just one vocabulary word, right? So you can just maybe point to something and say, you know, I want that. If you know the word for it, that's good. You don't need to say this whole sentence, right? So vocabulary is really the most important thing. Vocabulary, if it's frustrating sometimes if you're talking to someone and if you don't know 1 word, sometimes you miss the whole, you know, the whole topic. You miss the whole meaning of what they're saying. So it's important to know words, to understand words. If you don't know copious, then you wouldn't understand what I was saying to Doreen. I mean, you probably could kind of gather it from the context that I was saying, I drank a copious amount. Then you can, my tone of voice, right? You could maybe understand that I drank a lot of it. But really, you need someone to teach you. I think a mosquito is biting my back. You need someone to teach you what it means. So now you know what copious means. So you'll probably hear this word when you watch English movies or TV, or, you know, talk to your friends in English or something like that, you'll hear this word. And you'll also hear buzzing. You know, if some of your friends are drinking some wine, beer or wine, or your or coffee or some other substance, any substance, drugs, I don't know, any kind of substance that kind of goes to your brain and makes you kind of feel like, wow, you can feel the effects of it, right? So that's buzzing. Let me know, are you guys buzzing today? Sometimes you can be buzzing from just the emotional excitement of a situation. You know, maybe you had your first kiss, and your first kiss you were just buzzing, right? Your brain was going zzz, just like, wow, you know, it was like really exciting. Maybe you ran into an old friend, and it was so awesome to meet your old friend. After that conversation, you felt like you were just buzzing, right? So you can use this word in different ways. It doesn't just have to be, I think we can use it in those situations. It doesn't just have to be with, you know, substances like caffeine or alcohol or those things, you know. So anyway, guys, I'm rambling. Rambling just means to keep talking and talking. I'll shut my trap, right? Trap means mouth. I'll shut my trap. So guys, as always, I love you so much. Thank you for, you know, always watching my videos. Thank you for the comments that you leave. Thank you for smashing like. I really appreciate your support. And I'll give you one more shot of this beautiful sunset here. Hey, hope you guys are having a wonderful day wherever you are. And as always, I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.